I'm just sitting here trying to get my thoughts together. That's all. So, game ended about an hour ago, basically. Carolina, Washington, second meeting of the year between the two teams. We won the first one 4-1 in Carolina, so here's hoping that we can take the second one. Now, no Jacob Slavin or Jesper Kotkaniemi. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, because if I'm not, I apologize. And for Washington, Riley Leonard and Charlie Lindgren are both out. Speaking of which, Riley Leonard is expected to miss 3 to 4 weeks with the shoulder injury suffered in the loss to the Ducks. So thank the Lord it's not longer term than basically a month. It sucks that he got hurt. I saw the Trouba hit again from a different angle. It's not as bad as it looked in game. So I'm not as mad about, how that all took place. It still sucks that he got hurt. But, we came into today a point ahead of Carolina in the Metro Division. So this is a big one that we need if we're going to keep sole possession of first place. So, first period, not a fair lot going on by the Capitals, mainly because Carolina dictated the whole pace of the game. I don't know what it is with the Hurricanes and their style, but it sucks to watch. It really sucks. I'm not saying that their style is ass. I'm not saying that. You're not as successful as the Hurricanes have been, going into year 8 of Rod Brindamore and making 3 conference finals because of it. So I'm not saying that their style sucks, as a whole, but as an opposing fan, it's a tough watch, because you're just sitting there can we please find some kind of rhythm against this team? Got maybe a couple good looks in the first period, but outside of that, again, Carolina dictated the pace of play the whole time. Protas and Ovi had a couple misses, had a miss each early, and then a Justin sort of roughing penalty at the 18:55 mark of the first period, which puts Carolina on the power play. But nobody scores, so we go into the second period 0-0. Now, by the numbers, first period, shots, Carolina 13-4. Hits, Carolina 11-7. Face-offs, Carolina 7-6. Blocks, Washington 6-2, thankfully. Giveaways, which will come up later, 7-3 Washington. So we first, I hate it when we play Carolina. My goodness. Second period, 5 minutes in, Connor McMichael with his 5th of the year to make it 1-0. Rasmus Sandin, Alex Ovechkin with the assist on the play. Ovechkin working along, and these are the notes that I took down. Ovechkin working along the boards, finds a streaking McMichael on the breakaway, who goes 5-hole past Bussey for his 5th goal of the season. Now, I do want to say this. Brandon Bussey has won 9 of his 10 starts, first 10 starts coming to this game. I think he's the 5th goalie ever as a rookie to do so. And he's 27 coming into this game, so he's a pretty old rookie. He's been in the AHL most of the time. But, him, Kochetkov, when he's been healthy, they've done a lot of the heavy lifting for the goaltending, because Freddie Anderson has taken a noticeable step back. So, and then fast forward to the 13:43 mark, Nikolai Ehlers gets the equalizer to make it 1-1. This should have been a play where we were able to get out of our own zone, but John Carlson, he gets in the way of the puck and he knocks it away, but the bounce basically takes the puck right over the Ehlers and he puts in a slapper, and that ties the game. So yeah, it's one of those where it's just like, we didn't get a lot of breathing room tonight, and we're getting dominated. I looked up on Money Puck a little bit after the game. I think the final number for who was supposed to win, it was like 60% to 39% for Carolina. So I watching start to finish. This was Carolina's game through and through. We had the lead, but it never felt like Washington was really taking control. We were doing everything we could to hold on, and it helped that Logan Thompson, coming off a shutout, was standing on his head basically again tonight. So 17:29 mark. Nick Dowd cross-checking, which during the replay I felt was kind of soft, but he did hit him, so there's that. But we held strong on the power play, so thankfully we didn't get burned by it. Now, second period, 16-5 on shots, Carolina. Hits 9-8, Carolina. Face-offs, 13-4, Carolina. Blocks, 9-5, Washington. Giveaways, 7-1, Carolina. So we flipped the game on its head in terms of giveaways, but we're getting outshot 29-9 through two quarters. And usually when you're getting outshot by 20, you're probably down 2-0, 3-0, maybe 4-0. But again, credit to the defense and Logan Thompson doing their part. They're keeping us in the game. So now the third period, we get a fighting major 2 seconds in. Nick Dowd, Jordan Martin, they both got to serve 5 minutes, get off the ice, cool off for a little bit. And then Brandon Bussey robs Alex Ovechkin on a redirect, which sucked. But credit to Brandon Bussey. He played well tonight. For the shots that he did face, he didn't have second period and overtime was when he really got going. He did give up a couple, but he did his thing tonight. 135 mark. Keandre Miller interference. Washington goes on the power play, but our power play stinks. We don't really do anything with it, and it's back to full strength after 2 minutes. Martin Ferravari goes down the tunnel with an injury. I don't remember him coming back at all during the game. In fact, let me look it up. Let me make sure, because I don't think he came back. Goddamn. Let's see, Ferravari. It doesn't show, so I'll add to it in the comments if Ferravari finished the game or not. And I'll go back to look at the replay. So then 11:32, Nick Dowd with his second of the year makes it 2-1 Washington. We're coming down. Sandin finds Dowd cross ice, who tips it in for a go-ahead goal. The boys are finding ways to score. It's a low-scoring game. It was a really low-event game on our part. Again, credit to Carolina and their style. 17:45, Logan Stankoven. And this is probably where we lost the game. Turnover in our zone. I forget the player that was bringing the puck into the. I put cap zone. My fault. Turnover in Carolina zone. I forget the player that was coming down, but he basically trips, loses the puck. Canes get a rush, and then another bounce off of John Carlson, and it leads to Stankoven, and he puts one high past Logan Thompson, so that evens the game. And then through regulation, shots 39-22 Hurricanes, hits 29-20 Hurricanes, face-offs 29-15 Hurricanes, blocks 18-10 Washington, giveaways 18-10 Carolina. So we were we were forcing turnovers. It didn't matter though, because now we're going to overtime. Now, OT, we did have a couple of chances. Strome misses on a breakaway after a Canes turnover. A couple teammates ran into each other. I think Ovi had a shot or two in the OT, but one he missed, one got redirected by Bussy. And then LT, he gets a stop on a Canes power play that goes out of play. And ultimately, we get past overtime, and then the shootout. We're 0-3 in the shootout this year. All three of our guys miss. Seth Jarvis, Deeks Logan Thompson to get one past him in the first round. We miss in the third. Game's over. So we did get a point, but Carolina ultimately gets the win 3-2 in the shootout. It sucks. I considering how last year ended, losing to them in 5, it bugs me a lot more when we lose to this team. So this was a winnable game, even though we largely got dominated in terms of possession. But Carolina made the plays, took a couple bad bounces ultimately, and Carolina made us pay for it. So we wasted a great performance from Logan Thompson and a 2-assist night from Rasmus Sandin. But we really didn't get anything going, so there's that. Saturday, I will be working, but the Capitals are in Winnipeg, and then Minnesota the game after that. So those are the next two. I won't be doing a straight recap for those. I'll probably be checking out the videos or the post-game videos for that. So. Oh, this is what I get for eating late. I need to start eating more fruit. But that's it. I will see y'all for Saturday, or after Saturday, after the Jets game. Y'all have a good night.